My favorite step, well, I'm gonna keep saying that. I literally love doing my makeup. This feels so right. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacy Hanna. If you're not new, do we notice anything different? Cody and I have been doing a complete 360 of my room for the past few days. I'm not gonna lie, I'm maybe 25% done. I will 100% be doing a room tour, but not until it's completely ready. I'm gonna stop rambling now and let's just get right into this video. Today, I'm going to be doing my everyday, simple, natural, glowy makeup look. Let's get into it. First things first, we obviously have to clip our hair back because there's nothing worse than getting your makeup all up in your hair. Every time I do my makeup, I usually always start, well, that's a lie. If I'm in a rush, I'll do my face and then my eyes because usually I don't really wear eyeshadow. But today I want to spice it up a little bit. This is going to be my elevated everyday makeup look. You know, when I have extra time to add in a few extra steps. For brows, I've been really trying to narrow down what I'm doing. I'm always back and forth whether I want like a super natural wispy brow or a brow on fleek, you know? What I think I want to do is basically just take my brow pencil. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade dark brown. Pretty much what I do all the time is just start by lining right underneath that brow just to create a nice structured brow. On this side, it's kind of like jig-jagged. I don't know if that made sense. Not a complete straight line. You know, fake it till you make it because nobody has perfect brows. When it comes to the front of the brows, I will take my pencil and lightly start to flick up some brow-like strokes and basically just mimic hairs so they both look even. And honestly, they never really look the same. I pretty much have cousins, I would say long lost cousins as brows. They are nowhere close to being sisters. Next product I'm so excited to show you. Nobody talks about this and it makes me so upset because it's so good. This is the Highbrow Duo Pencil by Benefit. It has two different sides. One is a linen pink, the other is a soft gold. I was holding that so weird. But one side is a linen pink, aka this one, and this side is a soft gold, so it's basically like a highlighter. All I do is literally line this up right underneath the brow, and since it is a pencil, you just have a little bit more control of where you're putting that product. It is absolutely insane. It literally looks like you just got your brows waxed because it's so natural. It's not like thick concealer, so it's not gonna look completely, you know, outlined and perfect. It just literally looks like you have no brow hairs underneath where you just carved out. I don't know if that made any sense. This is a linen pink shade, so it's gonna add that brightness as well and just give your brow a nice little lift. To set them in place, I will be using the Anastasia Brow Freeze. My biggest tip is to take the product on your little spoolie and then just warm it up in the cap. This just makes sure that the whole entire spoolie is covered in it. You get an even coat all over your brows. And I will simply just spike up my brows to look like I'm electrocuted. Honestly, on an everyday basis, I really don't wear eyeshadow. I will simply just take some concealer. I will say I like using a brush to blend out my concealer on top of my eyelids. This just gives me the most coverage and conceals any redness, veins that you can see through. That was the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Silk. I completely forgot that I wanted to prime my skin just so it can absorb before I put on any foundation. This is the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Day Serum. I'm so sad. I am almost out of it. This product has been sold out ever since they released it. A boss power move magical potion serum. I'm obsessed with it. This is technically like a skin serum, so you are supposed to use it with like your skincare products. I love it as a primer, and since it is an oil base, you can definitely get away with putting it on top of your moisturizer. This just makes my skin look beautiful all day long. I have been blessed with crusty lip syndrome, so we are prepping the lips just so they don't crack before I put my lip products on. This is the Tatcha Kiss You Lip Mask. Truly heaven. Mario Master Mattes palette. This is a holy grail. This is like a matte girl dream. To start off, I'm gonna take the lightest shade and this peachy tone shade and throw this all over the lid to set that concealer. I'm going to pick up this lighter brown over here and this medium brown right here, and then throwing that right into the crease. I'm just gonna take a small shader brush, picking up that lightest color again, basically just highlighting my brow bone with it. Mother Nature said, let's show the world how authentic and real we can today. We have a few little breakouts right here. And you know what? They're just a part of the show. They're a part of the journey today. First step, I actually am going to do some spot concealing just because, listen, these kind of hurt. Simply just gonna do what I can and cover them up without complaining because guess what? It happens. Lancome's All Over Concealer in the shade 215. I really love it. Oh wait, I got a few on the forehead too. And now I'm just gonna let it dry down a little bit, maybe wait like 2 to 3 minutes just so I can get that maximum coverage. This is my biggest tip. I learned this from Desi Perkins, my good girly. Just kidding, we're not even friends. She doesn't even know I exist, but maybe one day. I love her so much. She taught me one of the most impactful tips. Taking a brush, obviously applying that concealer directly onto the pimple, only blending that product around it. Let whatever you put directly on top, let it be. Basically just blur those lines that surround the breakout. And then I'm also going to take whatever is left over on my brush and carve out that eyeshadow. Now moving on to the fun part, the skin. This is seriously my favorite thing about makeup, making the complexion look beautiful. And I just obviously want to say whatever works for me may not work for you. I'm just here to share my love for makeup and give you guys some tips and tricks on how I do my makeup every single day. Starting strong, I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is probably one of the most hyped products I've ever witnessed over on TikTok. And I am using the shade 3 and pretty much just putting this on the highest points of my face. So my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, and my nose. Before I blend that out, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I would say this is more so like a medium, well, a light to medium foundation, but you can definitely build this up to get like a full coverage foundation. But whenever I honestly want, oh, that's kind of nasty. Now she's cleaned. Whenever I want like a light, glowy, skin perfecting foundation, this is what I'm reaching for. Because this basically is like skincare with some tint. Well, skincare with a lot of tint, but it definitely doesn't feel heavy. One of the best foundations I've ever used. Oh, is she almost out? It's a sad day for me. This is in the shade M1.5 and I feel like this is probably the best shade match I've ever gotten out of a foundation. Not good when it comes to shade matching, but that's okay. And I'm using my hands first so I can really make sure everything is an evened layer, and then whatever's left over on the back of my hand, and recently starting off with blending out my base with the brush. This brush changed my life. This is the Morphe M439. So beautiful, literally like a beauty blender on a stick. And then after everything is pretty much all blended in, I will go in with my beauty sponge. This is from Juno & Co. This is probably my favorite sponge ever because it has this like velvet layer on top, so it doesn't absorb too much of the product, and it's also very easy to clean. If this is too much coverage for you on an everyday basis, I totally get it. But a girl loves an even canvas. I deal with a lot of redness. I'm also breaking out today, so I just want to look, I just want to feel confident, if I'm being completely honest. Whatever works, you know? It's all about putting yourself first and whatever your needs are. Moving on to my favorite step. Well, I'm gonna keep saying that. I literally love doing my makeup, but moving on to cream bronzer, Miss Rare Beauty. I feel like me and Miss Selena are literally besties because she did comment on one of my TikTok videos and it made me cry. It made me cry. But anyways, before she commented, I literally tried this and I'm obsessed with this. Let me break it down for you. If you love how cream bronzer looks, but you're very intimidated, this literally does everything for you. This is in the shade Happy Soul and it just warms up the face like nothing else. Like, look at that. It slides, like when I say butter, I mean it. Like, I don't know how they did this. If you are a beginner and want to get into cream bronzer, this is the best way to start. So I've been doing this little line right here. I don't know why. I seen Kim Kardashian do it, so we've been doing it too. Like, look at that. This is real time. I'm gonna keep this in. This is me doing nothing and it blends out for you. I'm pretty sure they won an award. I could be wrong, but they should. I don't know. I feel like their brand is honestly just making everyone so comfortable with makeup, and that's what we need. Like, we need easy products. We don't want to be out here questioning every single step we're doing in makeup. Like, it's supposed to be fun and light. I don't know. I really adore Rare Beauty as a brand, and yeah, okay, that's my rant about Rare Beauty. They're just killing it and I love them, and Selena Gomez knows who I am. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. For this specific occasion, for a very natural light makeup, the Kosas concealer is beautiful. Not necessarily using this to conceal because, I mean, I'm 23 years old. 22. I'm 22 years old. I don't really need to cover up anything. I just want a little bit of brightness. So I'm using the shade 2.5C. This is truly one of the most natural finishes of a concealer you can find, and it's beautiful. It is so creamy and hydrating. Definitely give it a second to just settle in, and then I will go in with my beauty sponge and blend it all out. Moving on to cream blush. This is Rare Beauty's Melting Blush, and it is literally like, I have no words. It is just bomb. This is in the shade Nearly Mauve, and it is so natural on the skin and very easy to blend out. Honestly, today I'm just gonna take my finger and do a few dots. The shade is gorgeous. If you love a good like raspberry blush shade, this is everything. I came to the conclusion that I like cream blushes more than liquid because liquid just takes forever to blend out, and we love a simple, easy makeup look. Also came to the conclusion that blending any blush out with a sponge is so much easier than a brush, unless it's powder, but for cream, a sponge is the way to go. I mean, just look at that color. It's just a light little flush. I didn't want to add too much. I wanted to keep it on the more muted side. Stunning. And this is the part of the makeup when I start to feel myself and I'm like, I am that bitch. Affirmations, one after another. Moving right along, we are going to set the face with the Hourglass translucent, with the Hourglass translucent, we're gonna set with the Hourglass translucent setting powder. This is like their Veil translucent setting powder. For anybody with dry skin, it's not gonna make you look cakey or crepey. It's simply gonna set and give you like a satin finish. Every time I try picking out my bronzer shades, I never know which one to go with because I have so many that I love, but I'm going to be using the OG MAC Give Me Sun. I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush and basically just setting the cream bronzer. Not that it needs it, I just want to bring some extra warmth back into the skin. Not going for like a snatched look, just to lightly set and bring some color back. All right, I can definitely see the comments now. That is not a natural look. That is a full glam. And you know what? I get it. I get it. This is literally the only powder blush I own because it's just the best. This is from NARS. This is in the shade Amour. If you ever go a little overboard with a heavy hand, aka me all the time, just take your beauty sponge and blend it all out. Moving on to a setting spray. This has been my favorite recently. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter, but this one specifically has vitamin C and cactus flower water in it. I don't know if there's an actual difference, but I have used the original Urban Decay All Nighter, and that one feels like hairspray. This one's very light and just seamless on the skin. You can't feel it, but it sets everything in place. It's so good. I feel like I never talk about this eyelash curler, but it deserves a little moment. This is the TWEEZERMAN. I always want to say Tangle Tweezer because that's the hairbrush I use, but this is by TWEEZERMAN, and it honestly makes the lashes literally look like they just got permed. Like, look at them. For mascara, actually, I've been using two. The first coat that I'll go in with is from L'Oreal. This is the Telescopic Mascara. This basically just adds some length to the lash. I mean, just look at them. Look at them. I don't lie. Look. And then to add some volume, this is the Ilia Mascara. I really love her. Let's get up close and personal. This is the skin. These are the lashes. Everything's coming together. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna go back into the Mario palette and pick up this darker brown. Well, these two that I used in my crease. And on a smudger brush, I'm going to smudge that underneath my bottom lash line. I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder with my beautiful powder puff and just lightly set right on the sides of my nose and a little bit underneath. And just look at the difference. You know, maybe this isn't a natural everyday makeup look. I just kind of went overboard, but honestly, no, this is what I do every day. Powder highlight, I'm telling you, is making a comeback. This is from MAC. It's their Hyper Real Glow palette. The angels are screaming right now. It is Gorgina. I literally will take all of them and plop them on my cheeks. You can apply as much as you want, and they never look like powder. They just blend beautifully into the skin. These are truly like a second layer of skin. When I say I finally found the perfect everyday lip combo, I mean it. Mario is that king. Starting off with the lip pencil, this is in the shade Hue. I literally messed up so many times and pronounced this as Hug. Anyways, besides the point, this is gorgeous. Oh my god, I already need to sharpen it. If you're curious, this is like the best pencil sharpener as well. This is from NARS. It was like, I mean, I think I did get it on sale. It was like $7, but it works so good. When it comes to my lips, no matter if I'm doing a natural look, a glam look, I'm overlining them and making them look like they are lip fillers, okay? If you look a little crazy, like you went a little bit overboard, I do it all the time. You take a little angled brush, some concealer, take a little bit on that angled brush. We're gonna carve it out. We're gonna make it look a little bit more structured, a little bit more flawless, because right around my mouth right here, you see how it looks weird? We're gonna carve that out. So much better. It literally, when you do this step, it looks like you literally got lip injections. And now for the lipstick. This is in the shade Sam. Like, are you kidding me? And let me just say, I know I applied a lip mask before this, but these two products are the most creamiest, hydrating lip products, like when it comes to a lip pencil and lipstick. It's just the perfect undertone for an everyday look that it matches literally everything. Very neutral, nude. She is the queen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this everyday natural makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. Everything that I use will be linked down below, including the products and the brushes. I'm so glad to be back. If there's any video you would like to see from me, please leave a comment down below. I would love all your suggestions, your ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you aren't already, make sure you're subscribed. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly.